everybody, I have a pen that to me is one of the most interesting pens I've ever had the pleasure to look at in my life. And it is a pen from a pen company located in Parma, Italy. And the name of the pen, it's spelled VenVstas. So to me, I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly, but it's called VenVstas. VenVstas, I believe is how it would be pronounced. What I have in this box that was sent to me courtesy of VenVstas is their Magna Fountain Pen. Yeah, so it also has this really cool holographic sticker on it with the serial number. So that's some serious business. The box is very simplistic, and it has this slip cover that comes right off. And underneath is, whoops, let's pretend that didn't happen. Underneath is another box. It's very simplistic. You know, I do appreciate simplicity. I appreciate minimalism. And if you appreciate minimalism, you're gonna appreciate what's inside this box. So this comes right off. And there is a little piece of literature that comes with it. And it's basically the directions of how to fill the Magna. Because this is a very different filling system that I've ever seen before in a pen. And it's very cool. So here's that. Next, you lift up this box part right here, and then the pen is right inside. So we set this to the side. Okay, so this is very unique. This is probably the most unique pen I've ever seen, ever. So it is created from a linear carbon fiber, and it's very light. And I imagine being created from carbon fiber, it's also very tough. It has on it, so this is, check this out, the cap. This is the cap right here. Yeah, right? So the cap also has, it's made in Italy, and there's a serial number on it. Now, here's the nib and the section area. I told you this is extremely unique. I think it's so cool. I mean, I'm looking at this pen and it's just like, wow. You know, it's pretty cool. This is not going to be for everybody, and I understand that, but I think it is just like I said, it's extremely unique. It's something different. And if you're looking to add, you know, some character to your pen collection with this very beautiful minimalistic pen, this might be your pen. It comes with a number 6 medium titanium nib, and this will be my first time to ever use a titanium nib, and I'm very excited about that. And it has this, you know, the feeling of the pen, it's very smooth. And from what I understand, it's been sanded by hand for this very smooth, really pleasant feeling, pleasant finish. Now, all the metal components that you see right here and right here is all stainless steel. And let's see, the filling system is very unique. So it's in here, and what you do is you take this part off, and underneath, this is also stainless steel, and it is connected through here. And this is the filling system. It has a built-in piston filling mechanism. And basically the way that you will ink it is you have a plunger, you push it down like this, raise it to fill it back up. And you probably want to do this a couple times to get a pretty decent fill inside of this, inside of the barrel. Isn't it, I mean, I'm like, what? It's just so cool. It's just like one of the coolest pens I've ever seen. I mean, the design is just really cool. So I'm gonna put this back on. Another thing that you may or may not notice here is that the way that the material is cut into these pieces, it is very flush, like it is to perfection. I mean, you can barely even feel that these are separate parts. There's a bunch of little details here that I noticed as well. So the finial it's a gold disc with the V's for VenVstas. I really hope I'm saying that right, because they were just they're so nice to communicate with, and just were so nice to send me this pen to look at, because I just think it's just the coolest thing. So when the cap is on, there's like a little bit of stainless steel that peeks through. And I mean, it's just like this little bit, it's just a nice little detail I think is really cool. And then at the very top here, you can see the top of the piston knob. And right here, there's just like these two little areas here that are probably holding that stainless steel piston area, or the barrel inside of it, so it doesn't move around. Now you're looking at this, you're wondering, I know you're wondering this, and no, I'm not a mind reader, but you're wondering, does this pen post? And it does, and it posts in a very unique way. So let's take the cap back off, and what it does, it posts here on the back, like so, right? So it's the same exact size as it was, and it's just so light in my hand. I mean, it doesn't feel heavy, none of that. I mean, you don't have to post it. You can write with it like this, but when it's posted, it does something that is very similar to when the cap is over the nib. And again, you get that little subtle design of the stainless steel peeking through this little slit. I mean, this is like one of the most well thought out pens that I've ever seen. And I know you guys are looking at this pen and you're wondering, okay, that's step. That is scary. But I'm holding it right here and it's not scary. It doesn't feel bad. I mean, I don't know how low you grip your pens, if you grip it that low, but with this pen, you will have to grip it just at the edge of that carbon fiber. And so as long as you stay there, it's fine. So we'll see how that grip works when I ink the pen up and do a writing sample. And speaking of ink, they also sent to me 2 bottles of ink. One is blue. I don't speak Italian. I'm gonna totally butcher this. It is Acqua di Spargi and Arancio Taracho. So we've got kind of a sepia and a blue color. And the bottles of ink are actually a very nice size. And I love, first of all, get a load of the minimalistic packaging, which I appreciate. And the ink bottle is actually, it's very elegant. It has an aluminum cap. And I love that it has this hexagon bottle shape. So you can kind of see what the ink color is going to look like there. And it has a very simplistic label on the front. I just really enjoy the simplicity of this product. I'm just so overwhelmed by how awesome it is. And I just, as a person who appreciates different types of design, especially industrial design, I think is really interesting. I really appreciate just the thought that was placed into this design. And how awesome it is. The pen also came with a polished brass pen rest. So it looks like this. Again, it's very simplistic, very minimalistic. And on the side here, it says VenVstas. And I think it says Italy. Yeah, it does. VenVstas, Italy. And basically, because you might have noticed that this pen does not have a clip on its side to prevent it from rolling off. So basically, when you are using the pen or you want to put the pen down for a moment, you have this sitting on your desktop and you just rest your pen on it. And it's like a work of art. I really feel like I'm looking at a pen that was designed, in Italy during the 1950s and 1960s, because this is it's just too cool. And it's just very thoughtful. But the brass also matches the finial on the cap with the V's on it. So everything is completely cohesive, and I just really appreciate all the thought that was placed into this design. I guess the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ink the Magna up, and I'm really excited to see how that titanium nib writes. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the VenVstas Magna Fountain Pen created out of linear carbon fiber. If this is how all titanium nibs write, I think I need more of them in my life. I'm gonna go look for replacement nibs to put on some of my pens after I'm done with this. I mean, that was nice. It's bouncy. It has a nice start when you start writing with the nib. I mean, I'm really singing the praises of this pen. Is so cool. I mean, this is the coolest pen. Definitely gonna get people's attention. Currently, this pen is not carried in the United States. You can order it exclusively from VenVstas website, it's venvstas.com, I believe. They are also on Instagram, so be sure to look them up. They are, however, carried at some retailers in Europe, including Appelboom, and also, I don't know if I'm going to say this, both stores are located in the Netherlands, but this one is La Couronne des Comptes. And then also Le Stylographe in France. So there are 3 stores that you can purchase it from. The pen, 249 euros, which is roughly about $300 US. The pen podium or the pen rest is 19 euros, which is around $23 US. And then a bottle of ink runs about 15 euros, which is the equivalent of $18 US. I believe that the prices are extremely reasonable. I think especially the ink in the podium it's highly affordable. And I think $300 for this pen is a reasonable price. I do. And especially for this, you know, this wonderful titanium nib, all of the components that went into creating this and the work and the design, I really think that's reasonable. You know, maybe you may not agree with me, but you know, you have to try the pen out to understand what I'm talking about. So be sure, go check out their Instagram, their website. It takes a deeper look at this pen, and that's really all I have to say about it. It's just, I really think this is a cool pen. All right, well, that's all I have to say about it. I hope that this review was helpful and useful, and that's how the ink flows.